Welcome to a topic analysis on virtual classrooms, brought to you by Joshua Tabor, Bart Taylor, and Joe Yu.
I wanted to start off explaining what a virtual school is. Many of you are familiar with it, but just to give you the synopsis, if you will, it's basically any institution that is not considered brick and mortar. You can take your classes anywhere. You can go sit in a Starbucks or a McDonald's or whatever and do your classwork there. So it's operating in a different medium than what we're used to. What's really interesting about this is it's really one of the fastest growing markets in the world. And I'm not just talking about post-secondary schools. We're talking elementary, middle school, and high schools. I included some statistics here, and I do want to point out the gentleman's name, Barbour, I assume it's pronounced. He's popping up a lot in my research on virtual classrooms, so I don't know if he's one of the preeminence in the field, but he does a significant amount of research. And I wanted to include the numbers that he and others had found showing the growth of online schools, where you've got your K through 12 numbers going 40 to 50,000, then up to 2 million. You've got, things going over just decades of time. And we're going to start seeing more growth in a much shorter time frame as ease of access occurs. Most homes today have high-speed access. Most students have smartphones. So we're going to start seeing more and more numbers, whether it's one class or their entire education, will be occurring online. Here I've included a breakdown between virtual schools and brick and mortars just for your kind of quick review, showing interaction, class sizes, some things like that. Here I've included a per pupil expenditure breakdown because one of the discussions is it cost effective to institute online schools or blended, or should we stick with the traditional brick and mortar method? So here's you a little breakdown so you can kind of see how it all works. One of the most successful examples of virtual schools is Florida's Virtual School Network, and I've included a link for you so you can go to their website and kind of click around if you would like, but they service over 60,000 students K through 12. So they're one of the largest in the nation when it comes to that. Now, I'm not adding voiceover to slide 7 just because it's a graph, but I do take a second to look. It shows you a breakdown starting from 09 going up through 14 of teachers, students. It kind of gives you that data breakdown. It comes out of the Florida Legislative Report, and kind of shows you, because this kind of information is what is going to be used as the basis of other states adopting online schools. So you can kind of get an idea here of who's being serviced and staff members and all that kind of stuff. One of the things I wanted to include is, everybody talks about how great online schools are and how effective they are and so on and so forth. I did want to include some things I came across about problems with online schooling, and the biggest problem that I've read about is that teachers and students both feel a disconnect from each other. Students are feeling a disconnect because they don't have classmates they can chat with, especially if your student is one that is not overly social. They may have trouble establishing relationships with their online classmates. And then teachers feel a disconnect not only with students because they don't have that interaction, they don't have the connection. When you sit in a class and you need to chat with a student, you can't make eye contact or say, hey, hang out after class. You don't have that ability anymore. Likewise, teachers are disconnected from other online teachers because they don't have that personal interaction where they can say, hey, what are you doing? What's working for you? What's not working for you? So it's kind of an issue as they go forward. The last thing I wanted to include on the main points was the Texas Virtual School Network. Again, I've included a link that you can take a look at it. It's obviously not near as large as Florida's. Texas is still kind of new to it, so you don't see a lot of districts that are operating strictly virtual schools. Information that you'll find on this page, though, those that are running online schools, student participation, some of the rules for the network, like how it's administered, how it's regulated, how it's funded. So take a look at that if you're so inclined.
The future of virtual classrooms is only limited by the current levels of technology. Mobile devices and mobile technology is affordable, and it gives access to online courses that is improving, and the ability to use chat, audio, and video will continue to improve. It's predicted, however, that course management systems, such as our own eCampus Blackboard system, may become a thing of the past as personalized learning spaces become more the norm. Students may be given spaces to serve individual groups, or they may establish their own space using online applications such as Google Apps so they can collaborate, interact with others, and pursue their own learning goals. On the next slide, let's take a look at a video of an HP virtual classroom of the future. The reality of a virtual online classroom is creating for a world of personalized instruction. A company called Gather Education has created a hybrid solution of a virtual learning classroom for small groups of students who can not only learn from a real-time teacher, but also engage in peer conversations in a virtual breakout room. With the new onslaught of technology such as iPads and Microsoft Connects, teachers can easily set up a virtual market where they can reach students outside the traditional classroom. Using a Connect, the teacher can create an avatar that mimics his or her real-life movements, which allows the teacher to focus on teaching without the need to alter their teaching style. Let's take a look at a video that kind of demonstrates what they're going for.
Meet Greg, a high school physics teacher. For many teachers and students, after-school review sessions can often pose travel and scheduling challenges. Greg uses GatherEd to run interactive virtual class sessions for his students from the comfort of his home. GatherEd is a brand new virtual classroom platform for anyone who wants to teach interactive classes online. GatherEd uses off-the-shelf products such as Microsoft Connect and the iPad to allow Greg to teach his students naturally, putting the focus back on teaching, not technology.
Let's get started with our physics review for the day. If you remember yesterday, we talked about constant acceleration motion. Why don't you guys really quickly give me a thumbs up if you're confident with that, if you remember what we did. Give me a thumbs down if you're not. And remember, you don't need to be shy because only I can see your response. All right. Okay. Looks pretty good. All right, well, let me pitch a scenario to you and see how you do with it. I want you guys to imagine that you are walking through the woods and you come across an old abandoned well. Curiosity gets the better of you and you decide you need to measure how deep the well is. Anybody got an idea for how we could figure out the depth of the well? Raise your hand if you've got an idea. Chris, I see your hand raised. Go ahead.
Sure. If you're in the forest, you could find a rock or something, drop it down the well, and time how long it takes to get to the bottom.
All right, now what kind of equation would you use to figure out the depth if you were to do that?
I would use a constant acceleration equation.
Okay, why don't you write the constant acceleration equation you'd use up on the board for everybody to see?
Sure. You do distance equals 1/2 acceleration times square.
Excellent.
In the state of Texas Educational Code Title II, there are some regulations in public school. In terms of rights concerning state virtual school network, at the time and in the manner that a school district or open enrollment charter school informs students and parents about courses that are offered in the district's or school's traditional classroom setting, the district or school shall notify parents and students of the option to enroll in an electronic course offered through the State Virtual School Network under Chapter 30A. Another section in the Education Code says that a school district or open enrollment charter school in which a student is enrolled as a full-time student may not deny the request of a parent of a student to enroll the student in an electronic course offered through the State Virtual School Network under Chapter 30A. However, a school district or open enrollment charter school may deny a request to enroll a student in an electronic course if 1. A student attempts to enroll in a course load that is inconsistent with the student's high school graduation plan or requirements for college admission or earning an industry certification. So basically, when the course is not in the plan of the education, no plan, educational formation of the child, that request will be denied. Number 2, the student requests permission to enroll in an electronic course at a time that is not consistent with the enrollment period established by the school district or open enrollment charter school providing the course. And number 3, the district or school offers a substantially similar course. Then for all these three requests, the school may deny the request. A school district or open enrollment charter school may decline to pay the cost for a student of more than 3-year-long electronic courses or the equivalent during any school year. This subsection does not limit the ability of the student to enroll in additional electronic courses at the student's cost, or 2. Apply to a student enrolled in a full-time online program that was operating on January 1st, 2013. An education code for the state of Texas, notwithstanding subsection C2, a school district or open enrollment charter school that provides an electronic course through the state virtual school network under Chapter 30A shall make all reasonable efforts to accommodate the enrollment of a student in the course under special circumstances. For example, a parent may appeal to the commissioner or a school district or open enrollment charter school's decision to deny a request to enroll a student in an electronic course offered through the state virtual school network. The commissioner's decision under this subsection is final and may not be appealed.
Personally, I like the idea of virtual schools. I think they can help a number of the student population, whether it's students that are homebound for some reason or students that are going to miss a certain amount of school for whatever reason, whether it's athletics, maybe they're playing on a private club team. I know at some schools I've heard about students that are trying to be models or actors or, that have to leave school for certain weeks at a time. So it could help those. One thing districts have to understand when it comes to a virtual classroom is there has to be buy-in from all parties, and that includes especially teachers, because teaching an online course is very different than your traditional brick and mortar, so they have to be properly trained, and they have to put in the time and effort to really be successful in that respect. Frisco does not offer a lot of online courses yet. They're looking at it. And I'm kind of hoping through my research in this program that I can help the district and maybe even be a leader in that respect.
Houston Independent School District has its own virtual school department, which offers a wide range of highly interactive online tuition-based courses for grades 9 through 12. Students must have access to a computer and the internet. Students from other cities or states, as well as homebound or homeschool students, may also register to take online courses through this program. The HISD Virtual School Department and the HISD Federal and State Compliance Department have developed a program that provides adult students a second chance at earning a high school diploma. And for this particular program, the students must be former HISD students who have the desire to finish their high school diploma, and they can do so through this program. The next one is the Texas Virtual School Network, TXVSN, offers a wide range of courses to eligible HISD students. And the next free online high school courses are available to HISD students through HISD graduation labs. Students can work on their courses before or after school, as well as from home or anywhere with an internet connection. And the last one, and last implementation at the Houston Independent School District is the Advanced Virtual Academy, combines regular classes with virtual courses. This academy offers a flexible attendance schedule for students age 16 to 26 years of age. And this gives another opportunity for students to graduate and also come back to the school to finish their high school diploma.
Back in 2000, I thought I was pretty innovative when I introduced a forum into my classroom, and it allowed students to interact with me with posting questions and responses just like we do on our eCampus system. And so in 2002, I actually upgraded to a content management system, which is a web online system such as our eCampus Blackboard system, and it became my virtual classroom years ago. I feel like I've fallen off the boat a little bit and I haven't done anything too innovative, but being a computer game junkie a little bit and playing World of Warcraft and Minecraft, I feel that my next step is a virtual connection to these kids in a virtual classroom, creating up something that is online that they can access and create avatars and interact with me, in a different setting, in a computer setting. Thank you for your time and interest in virtual classrooms.